Board. All right, guys, top of the day. Happy April 29th, coming to you excited, full of energy. Want to make sure that we get through our meeting today. We have some things to talk about. Also, it was a quieter week, and we know that there's some rumbling in the industry right now, tariffs and things like that. We had Easter, but I just feel that it's just this week, and I believe that what I'm seeing is that we'll turn the corner after this week. And so I'm going to go really quick over to Carina. Quick teaching moment of the week. What do you got for them, Carina? Let's go over to our Oracle.
I have an update from C.A.R. about non-contingent contracts. So we've dealt with this through hot seller markets, but now we're kind of, sort of, some markets phasing into a buyer's market. So those protections are really good to keep, and you have a higher likelihood, depending on the competition, of keeping those contingencies and protections for your buyer clients. So as we all know, there's a risk when you remove them. The buyer might feel like they're stuck in that property. It may not be the right one for them. But if they have those contingencies and protections, what they figure out in their discovery period, they can cancel and be protected with their deposit. But yeah, there's a whole breakdown of, for both buyers and sellers, what the risks are. So anyway, I'll drop that shortly.
Hey guys, if you have the ability to chime in the chat down below, what are you guys experiencing right now in the market? Now, obviously, there's people that we're going to edify right now and put on screen and talk about their deals. But if you guys can put in the chat down below, like, what are you experiencing right now in the market? What challenges are you facing? Is there anything that we could do as your leadership team to better support you, better help you to get through any challenges that you're facing with consumers? So if you do have some, throw them down in the chat. Feel free to light that up for us. We're going to get right into the conversation. Now, as always, we'd like to turn the mic over to you to talk about any events that you have going on, whether it's agent to agent, industry event, consumer event. Do you guys have something that you guys want to talk about here? And Steffi, don't go far because we actually have a slide for you. So we'll get to yours in a couple minutes. Other than Steffi, does anybody have anything that they want to talk about before we get rolling? Going once, going twice. All right, cool. Let's check out what's happening in the chat down below. So Dan says SAC market builders are giving away homes 4% 30-year rate buy downs. In South City, it was important to be non-contingent to get our offer accepted, but this was 2 weeks ago, so I know some buyers may be cooled. Awesome, I appreciate that. Anything else that you guys are experiencing, feel free to put in the chat, and then we are going to go right into the meeting slides. And let's keep rolling. All right, guys, let's get right into the slide. Oh, sorry, I missed one. Molly, I'm actually going to turn this over to you. We have some big announcement in case people have missed this in the last 2 weeks, but I'll turn the mic over to you, Molly, to talk about Stackwrap.
Happy Tuesday, everyone. So yeah, if you missed the party last week, the team did launch a new resource. We are still building this plane. But it's basically all encompassing. I think it's a much easier find for you to locate a lot of the team resources, everything from follow-up boss to marketing support to your tracker, high note requests, agent roster, all that. So we're continuing to build it out. But for the next couple of weeks, I will be dropping just quick tips or highlights because we are building this. Literally, I tried to sneak in 2 additional assets to it, but when you go in there, you can favorite your own item. So obviously we do have company pin features, but if you have a favorite, you can do that as well on your own screen. So each week for probably the next foreseeable 3-4 weeks, I'll drop updates of what's available, what you can find on there. I'm also getting feedback in Slack. So some of your recommendations we'll be adding there. But if you haven't already, this is probably going to be a new norm. That should be one of your bookmark pages. If you have trouble accessing or something isn't correct, as always, just shoot me a message.
Awesome. Thank you, Molly. Yeah, this, you guys, serves as your intranet to organize all of the tools and resources that we have. So we want to make things easier for you. So make sure that you download this app. And let's get into new escrows for the week. So Lisette got in contract in Oakland for 324. So congratulations to you. And Jessica Segura Hernandez got in a contract for 410 up in Sacramento. I don't see either of them on right now. So we're just going to continue cruising on. Julie got in a contract for 440 in Walnut Creek, and Vanessa got in a contract out in the Central Valley in Manteca for 460,000. So congratulations. Jose got in a contract in San Francisco for 635, and Samandi, who I know right now is en route to, I think, Detroit. Congratulations to you, Antioch, 685. Let's keep cruising on. C.A.R, who has just been in tremendous momentum over the course of the last 6 months, contract in Hayward for 765 on a flex deal. And then Jung Hee got in a contract in Castro Valley for 875,000. So let's continue cruising on. Joseph Chin in the city, 1.45 on a flex deal. Congratulations, Joseph. And then we will just continue cruising on. Ophelia, she traveled all the way from Solano County down to San Jose and got in a contract on her listing for 825. Congratulations, Ophelia. And you guys, unfortunately, that is all the deals that we have for the week. Now, I'm telling you this because our average deals have been anywhere between 15 and 22 over the course of the last few months. However, we understand that things happen. We understand that there's some slowdown for some people, but it's our responsibility not to convince all the people that might be on the fence all the reasons why they should buy because they're scared of tariffs or whatever it is. There's still people out there that need a home despite. No matter what's happening, we always look at real estate as a hedge against tariffs, a hedge against inflation, a hedge against everything. So it's important that you guys continue finding those opportunities and continue to go out there and prospect at a high level. If that means that you put your good shoes on and start knocking on doors, if you create more content, if you do more open houses, then that's the season that we're in. Kenny, I know that you had some thoughts and some vantage point on the market. Anything you want to chime in and say on that thread?
Yeah, I mean, there's more uncertainty this last week than I've ever seen all year with the tariffs, with the recession scares, with the a lot of market shifting into the buyer side. You know, now it's more important than ever to be educated about what's really going on. So although there might be a hiccup in the next couple of weeks, I mean, someone reading the headlines about Amazon tariffs will freak them out. But you know, if they're able to buy or sell, if they're able to buy and it makes sense in the long run, now it's a good time to strike because with all the scarier things are, the more people are freaking out and are willing to give away homes for a lower price. We had that happen over this weekend twice on deals that we're negotiating.
Yeah, so once again, you guys, it's our responsibility to ask our consumers, what do they understand about the market? Where are they getting the information? And then for us to be able to share the reality of what's actually happening in the market. And so, you know, continue prospecting, continue to find those opportunities. And I feel that this was just 1 week that we had that was an off week. I want to send a huge congratulations to Stella. Stella just moved out of her advisee agreement and has now gone to a higher split. So congratulations to you. On all your hard work and partnership within the team. So looking ahead. So Molly, I'm going to turn it back over to you for the April threads of kindness. Let's go back over to you and then throw the mic back to me.
Yep. Nothing much to be said. I'm super proud of our team, super proud of all the donations. I actually will be bringing one more haul this week, but it is our final week to collect all the goodies that you are willing to part ways with. So we do have several opportunities if some of you might be taking advantage of with being in the office this week. But if you can corral all your goodies you're willing to part ways with, pop in the office this week. But it is our last week of donations and we have done awesome thus far. So thank you to everybody who has donated. Saturday might be a little bit too late, Evangeline, but if you can come in Thursday or Friday, we do have some things going on in the office. That would be great. I'll keep you posted. If the pickup does not transpire on Friday, then yes, Saturday should be fine.
Molly, I got quite a few nice men's jackets that my wife won't let me wear anymore because she says they're too nerdy. Can I bring them into the office?
Yes, please. We would love it.
So I used to have the subscription to Thread Beast, and they would send me like a box of clothes every month. My wife's like, "You are not wearing that." And like, so I pull like one shirt out of it, and then I have all these new things. She's like, "You're not wearing that." So I have those.
Yes, we will take it. I'm gonna do one more skim through in my closet because I do have one side that's just like if I lose the weight pile. It's probably been like a year or two that it hasn't moved. So yeah, I'm just probably gonna be donating those as well. But yes, we will take your thread beast jackets.
Okay, all right, cool. Because hey, listen, if you're like 22 to like 27, they're probably cool. It's just not my style, nor is it my wife's style, and I can't not convince her that I would look cool in them. So, anyways, I'll bring her to the office. So, let's continue cruising on, you guys. I'm going to turn the mic over to our very own Stephanie Pelisama, aka Miss Appointment Setter, to talk about this. So, Steph, you want to grab the mic? I know that you are a wall away from me. Let's go.
Where is it off?
No, you're good.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Okay, everyone. So San Francisco's mayor's office is offering 500,000 of down payment assistance in the form of a silent second. The lottery is open until June 2nd. So the community has decided to do a info app session. It will be held tomorrow, Wednesday, from 1 to 3, or Thursday, 4 to 6 at All My Usos, which is at if you know San Francisco, it's close to Candlestick, the old Candlestick, 150 Executive Park Boulevard, Suite 3000. We are going to have someone from the mayor's office there. We are having an approved lender that's going to be there, HUD counselors, and myself, and any fast agent is welcome to come. We will be having a disclaimer, so if you do send your clients and you have a working relationship, as long as they put your name on there, this is for the community, and this is really an educational piece. We are, they're going to learn about eligibility, and if they are eligible, we are going to kick off their applications. There are some things that you need to do to qualify, and you will learn there as well as your clients. And it's going to be a great event, and they'll have the whole month to do all their education and everything else that is needed for the requirement for that 500,000 down payment.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, I appreciate that. Love it, love it. Yep, I share that same sentiment, Brianna. Appreciate your contribution. Let's continue cruising on. This week, once again, you guys, we have our Lunchbox Social that will be at HQ. So make sure that you look at the calendar. If you're in the area, you have the ability to come by, break bread with us, enjoy. This week, it's going to be a nacho bar. So shout out to Molly, shout out to Brian for putting this on, and shout out to you guys for coming in, hanging out, grabbing some snacks, and being a part of this, because it's been a really cool thing to see. So you guys make sure that you are there this week. Now, continuing on, for some reason, let's see here. Okay, cool, it's still there. Awesome, awesome. So we have moved our Lights, Camera, Action social media workshop. It is postponed from this week until May 30th. So for Morgan, who actually thought it was May 30th, it works perfectly for you. But we do have another in-person training coming up this week in Oakland from 11 to 2:30. This is buyer consultation workshop. We're actually going to be practicing live. We're going to be unpacking the buyer process. We're going to be going through our consultation together. So last time we did this, we had a lot of great feedback. So I want to encourage you guys to get into the office, come out, have some fun with us, and really master your buyer presentation. So I'll see you guys this week at the office. And then First Fridays, Molly, I'm going to turn it back one more time over to you to talk about this. I know this is a really special thing, Build a Bouquet, especially for Mother's Day right around the corner.
Yeah, man, these Lunchbox Socials and First Fridays, they come around a lot more frequent than I thought, but it's always a good time. It's always an excuse to get out and hang with you guys. So yeah, this Friday kicking off May. We'll just roll Thursday over into Friday, but it's Build a Bouquet. So just come by, even if you just want to hang. You don't have to be a floral expert, but maybe you might want to build a special bouquet for that someone or do it while they're there. But if you get a chance, come hang out, bring your donations. But yeah, Friday Team Fast is where it's at. Yep.
Awesome. Appreciate you. All right, guys. So once again, you guys have seen this the last couple of weeks. You hear Damian speaking about it Saturday, May 3rd at HQ, the tiny library and community market. Gather, connect, thrive, give a book, grow a community. This is something that has been a labor of love for Damian for many years now. So come out, support, donate your books, and make sure that you are giving to an amazing, amazing cause. So you guys, over the next couple of weeks, obviously we're going to put more training on the calendar. I think the next iteration will be, since we've been doing buyer workshop, we've doing script role play, appointment setting workshop, what I would love to get a vote from you guys, and obviously there's way more people that are not on this team, if we did a tacos and texting event, meaning that we provide tacos, you guys come in, eat the tacos, and I'll have all kinds of scripts for you guys to send out to your consumers, whether they're cold, they're nurture, you're re-engaging, whatever it is that something that you guys would attend? Give a hand up. Tacos and texting event in the office. You got, okay. How can you go wrong with tacos? And then also, as it's heating up and, you know, health permitting and making sure that if you are of physical capability. Last year we did quite a few things outdoors. We hiked Mission Peak. We actually did that twice. Now I'm not going to tell you that that's easy, but we also did Chabot. I think we could do walks around the lake. So as it starts to heat up and the weather is great, I'd love to do more activities, get us all together, get us sweating, get us moving and being active. And so we'll put things like that on the calendar as well in the coming weeks and the coming months. So excited for the season. I'm excited for the weather to change. So before we head out, does anybody have anything for the cause, anything for the good, anything that they want to share, contribute, or drop before we head out? Molly, did you have something?
Yeah, I did. I meant to unhide my slide at the beginning of the thing, but real quick, with regards to marketing, I am seeing requests come through the board. I am actually reaching out to some agents because as I'm seeing requests come in, obviously I want to get the turnaround time to you guys a lot quicker on collateral and materials. It's also to help train the usage of the board. So I noticed that a lot of our agents have been requesting open house flyers for listings that they are showing for listing agents not on our team. So I'm just putting this out there is that if you are hosting an open house for somebody else's listing, they should already have marketing materials and collateral for you. You should just be able to simply send over your headshot and bio. They can send you the PDF. You can print it in our office. But I think we're running into a hiccup of trying to get that information from our agents, from other agents. So we love to support everybody on the team, but we're not here to make industry flyers for everybody else or design. We don't have access to the photos the way that we should. So just keep that in mind. If you're still confused, DM me about it. But I will be reaching out to some agents that I already have and trying to secure a quick Zoom meeting because some of the requests that are coming in, it's just a lot easier to Zoom with you, get all that information. And usually if I'm involved, the turnaround's a lot quicker. If you submit a request and you don't hear anything or you're not receiving it, just shoot me a quick DM. I'm either going to hop in and knock it out or I'll find out what's going on. That goes for both that and the social media side. So I've also had agents hit me up when trying to locate their reels. But again, we're just here to support you. I want to always make sure you put your best foot forward. So when it comes to marketing, if you just need to reach out outside of the request, you can always email me. You can always Slack me on DM. And if you're on the team, if you know, you know. So, yep.
Right. And you guys, in that same vein for marketing, I always look at every single month as an opportunity for you to see what is upcoming that I could talk about, that I could market to. You have Mother's Day that is right around the corner, and obviously we want to celebrate each of the mothers in our environment, but how can you create some content around Mother's Day? How can you put this in your newsletter? And don't put some static piece that's going to live on your social and happy mother, like get original with it. Maybe there's a raffle that you guys can do. Maybe you can partner up with a couple different people and do a beautiful bouquet or some type of experience for the moms out there. You guys, there's so many ways to market to such a beautiful time of the year in Mother's Day if you do it right and you do it at a very, very human level. So, start putting your thoughts together, start building your marketing, start building your campaigns. Maybe it's moms and mimosas. Maybe you invite people to come to the office, maybe do something special, whatever it is, do something. Don't miss out on the opportunity to market and to connect at a very, very human level. So before we head out, Kenny, do you have any parting words before we head out? No? Karina, Molly, any parting words?
Oh, all good.
Have a
You
great
guys,
week,
listen,
everyone.
we appreciate everything that you guys do. Continue to work hard, go out there, find those opportunities. I'll see you guys for coaching tomorrow. Be you, but fast, and have a great day. Ophelia, did you have something? You were sharing for a second. Okay. Be you, but fast. Have an amazing week, you guys. Peace.